All right, welcome people. Welcome to another episode, the Zidane Matthews Show. Remember, tell your friends about the channel. Share the content. Get them to subscribe to the channel. I want to see some comments in the comment section. I want to hear what your thoughts are. All right. So, Lionel Messi, that little man from Argentina. He has gotten rid of Ronaldo. It was never a debate whether he was better than Maradona or not. The only sentiments, and it's like for like. They play similar in terms of style, and they play basically the same position, especially for the national team Argentina. Messi's career has been way better for Argentina. Because you're not going to argue about who is the better passer, who is the better dribbler. That they're all-time greats. And people have their preference. So you can argue from now till you die. A man who think Maradona is a better passer than Messi is not going to change. So we're going to actually argue career. And Maradona versus Messi, it's not close, people. It is not close in terms of what they have done throughout their career. What have you done with your great passing ability? What have you done with your great dribbling ability? What have you done with your great ability to score goals? And Maradona did score a lot of goals. But he's nowhere close to Lionel Messi. Messi is technically better and create more. Messi has better vision. Messi has achieved way more in football than Maradona. Maradona is for me, personally, is a far second in terms of the greatest of all time. Now, Ronaldo is now out of the picture. Now, I see a lot of persons bringing up Pele. But it's frustrating for me because a lot of the persons who are bringing up Pele, if you ask them, why is Pele better than Messi or anybody? They really have no argument. Because guess what? A lot of people around now didn't see Pele play because there was not a lot of videos of. The only videos there are available is the World Cup games. The 58 final is available, and games in 1970. And you could find the 60. Well, you're one of the games that he played in 1960. But there's not a lot of games of Pele. But they want to still argue Pele in the mix. And they know the resume for Messi is fantastic. Best player in the Under-20 World Cup, MVP, and the leading goal scorer, Argentina won. Best player in the Olympic Games when Argentina won. Best player, Argentina won the Copa and the top scorer. Most dominant international performance by any player in history. Happened in the Copa in 2021. Brilliant World Cup once again. This time, his teammates were better. And he's now a world champion. He has dominated greater players consistently than Pele. Because the same player he faced at the big bad World Cup, he will go back and face them in the Champions League and in some cases in league matches. Prior to now at Paris Saint-Germain. You know, he used to play in Spain. When you face Real Madrid, you're facing some of the best in the world. When you face Atletico Madrid, you're facing some of the best defenders in the world, the best defenders of this generation for Atletico Madrid. So, and he is dominant. So he has to be more dominant against better people consistently. So resume, Pele can't compete with Messi, resume-wise. And we're talking about individuals now. We're comparing to individuals. We're not talking about what they achieve because every intelligent person knows the team dynamics. It comes down to your teammates, how good they are, and your opponents that you're facing. So the argument can't be, one has 3 World Cup and the other has 1. No, they did that collectively as a team. Tell me what you did within the top context of that team. Then fine, we work with that. But overall, based on what we know, based on what we have seen, Messi resume-wise is clearly greater than Pele. So guess what they start to do now? They start to talk about Pele being a complete footballer. But for me, viewers, complete in terms of what you want to achieve. It's not about what you can do with your left foot and your right foot and your head, you know. Because that's their argument, you know. Pele could kick well with both feet. While Messi can score a goal or two with his weaker foot. You wouldn't say Messi is two-footed. So they are saying Pele is more complete. But I disagree. Because to be able to do well with both feet, as a forward, as an attacking player, is for you to consistently dominate when you're playing. Is Pele more dominant on the field in the games that we saw? Is he more, and he was the best player at the 1970 World Cup. So let's assume that is what he generally does. He can't play football, he can't dominate a football game like Lionel Messi. It's absurd to watch Pele in 1970 and watch Messi at his best and think Pele could dominate a football game. So it doesn't matter. Being more complete can be about doing well with both feet, your ability to hit the ball powerfully with both feet. You want to do that to be able to score lots of goals. If you look at the quality of the goals that Messi has scored throughout his career, they are greater than Pele. He does it against better people consistently. His ability to head Pele, Messi is not a great header of the ball. It's still, again, you want to use that heading ability to put the ball in the back of the net. Then if I'm limited, as they would say, but I can score, I dominate as a goal scorer more than you, how comes you are more complete? It's a weak, silly argument. You kick with both feet, but when you look at the goal scoring record, I score more goals than you. My goals are of greater value than your goals. It doesn't make any sense. So the people who are running to Pele now, who don't know anything about Pele really, it just hurt you all because Messi dominated a World Cup and eventually his teammate did well and he got the job done and they won the trophy. It hurt you. So now we never used to hear about Pele. Now all of a sudden we're hearing about Pele versus Messi, and Pele can do this and Messi did that and Pele. Messi is just the most dominant footballer of all time. It is impossible for a man to be this good and somebody who played in the 50s is better. It's just not practical. And listen, and I'm not saying that everybody who played in the 50s is lesser than everybody who is playing now. I'm just saying somebody who is an alien like Lionel Messi. It is impossible for somebody that played back then to be. It's just not practical. It's just not logical. It's just not rational, people. Messi is the greatest of all time. I'm sorry. The Pele people are sentimental. They don't know nothing about Pele. They didn't see a lot of Pele. And obviously, he's much better than Maradona and Ronaldo. Messi is the GOAT. Let's end the debate, man. Messi is just the GOAT. The resume is there. The most dominant footballer of all time. Like, subscribe, and share.